Chapter 15, Downtime Procedures and Departmental Policies. I'm sure many, if not all of you, have experienced downtime at your place of work. It isn't fun. You quickly see how the medical management of a patient can come to a halt or significantly slow down if images are not available to the doctors and clinicians. Proper management of downtime is a necessity and is required for any organization that depends on technology, which we highly do, obviously, in the healthcare field. PACS downtime procedures are a comprehensive policy to cover all possible systems and scenarios of downtime associated with PACS that may take place. This includes PACS and its workstations, the HIS or RIS, dictation systems, or with different modalities. Downtime procedures are an important component of the overall policies and procedures of PACS. Downtime can be planned or unplanned and can be as short as 5 minutes or it can be as long as 8 hours. With planned downtime, it is usually in the form of a patch installation or a software upgrade, and it is usually scheduled at the least disruptive time of the day for the facility. You have the power to decide when the downtime is. It is important for you to know the vendor's downtime requirements. Sometimes a vendor can require an upgrade that can take up to a few hours of downtime, so make sure you plan accordingly and know ahead of time how long the upgrade will take place, or how long the upgrade will be. Consider time buffering. So plan the downtime not only at the least disruptive time of the day, but also allow some additional time as a buffer in case the downtime takes longer than expected. Have a rollback plan in case some issues arise. So sometimes upgrades aren't really that much of an upgrade at first. There may be some new bugs or some kinks to work out. Be ready for these and have a plan in place in the event that a new release introduces these issues and if they aren't acceptable to your facility. Then there are unplanned downtimes. This is usually due to an unexpected system failure. It can sometimes be avoided by informed decision making when buying, installing, or configuring the PACS. It can also be avoided by investing in infrastructure for the business continuous plan. Try to find sites that are similar to yours with similar information technology products, and also gather information about downtime that they experience at their site. It will give you a good idea of what you need to expect at your site during downtime. And remember, if you are one of the first sites purchasing the product, then you are essentially the guinea pig, and there will be no mentor to ask in order to help you with downtime expectations. You should assess every possible single point of failure that could occur on the system. The more critical the function, the higher the priority must be to create redundancy. Each facility has their own set of policies and procedures for downtime, like we've explained. I'm just going to discuss some basic procedures that should be in place at every site. Modality downtime procedures identify how to continue operations when the work list and the PACS transmission are down. Data integrity can be compromised when PACS is down or slow because techs have to enter their patient information by hand, and errors are more prone to occur during this time. Also, image availability may be an issue if there is no procedure set in place after the downtime has ended in order to transmit all of the information that was acquired during the downtime. So all of the images that you have taken during the downtime, there needs to be a plan for how to get them to the PACS once it is up. Then there are post-downtime procedures which need to be in place. These are procedures that ensure all data acquired during the downtime is sent to PACS correctly and successfully after the downtime has ended. This includes making sure connections are made to any data that was sent incorrectly during the downtime as well. There also needs to be infrastructure downtime procedures set in place if a downtime was to occur. This includes procedures that detail how to continue operations during electrical, heating or air conditioning, network, or information system like EMR or HIS outages. If something like this does occur, then these procedures will ensure that transition to the backup PACS takes place. Remember, this should be a physical location that does not rely on the same infrastructure as the primary PACS. Specifically, a downtime of the HIS may require procedures to manually enter patient demographics in order to continue to perform new exams. If a scheduled downtime was to occur at your site, you should first notify users by displaying downtime notification in widely used locations, such as the HIS or RIS. You should also personally notify the ER, surgery, and other critical locations with a direct phone call. Always provide an expected length of downtime and how the images and reports will be conducted during the downtime. For unscheduled downtimes, you need to set in place how to notify the internal and the external users. This means the hospital customers as well as the vendor. You also need to know the steps to be taken during the downtime and the escalation policy throughout the duration of the downtime. The escalation policy are the points of contact from first to last. This is usually either the vendor or your IT department. If they don't respond in a timely manner, you need to know who to call next. And what about if that person doesn't respond? Who do you call next after that? The sequence of individuals needed to be contacted in order needs to be laid out in the escalation policy. Disaster recovery procedures also need to be set in place. These outline the data restoration procedures that happen during or in case a disaster recovery occurs. The vendor usually performs this, but not always, so know what is expected of the internal staff during this time. An incident report may need to be made. This should contain information such as clinical and business impact, the duration of the outage, the steps taken to restore the service, and the post-downtime root cause analysis. Be sure you know when the outage first starts. You might think it starts when you realize the loss of service begins, but the vendor may think it starts when they are actually contacted regarding the loss of service. This is important because the duration of the downtime may determine whether the uptime guarantee was met by the vendor. The uptime guarantee is usually a standard that is agreed upon when acquiring the packs in the first place. For scheduled downtime, remember you should frequently communicate to users before the downtime occurs. Give them a heads up. For unscheduled downtime, just keep users informed as much as you can. This allows the IT staff to work on downtime when it happens and not be distracted by answering calls from staff of when the downtime will be over. Use a single point of communication. This could be the service desk or the radiology front desk. And also use notifications to make aware as many users as you can. You can use the HIS, the EMR, or departmental websites.